I got a Sony PlayStation 5 that the customer tried to clean out. Ended up ripping the connector off the motherboard. So at this point, I just need to trace a wire through it and get this thing going. So now once that's done, just give it a little cleaning. Now I have to put in some flux to retouch up some solder points, make sure everything got some solder onto them. Now that all the pads are touched up, now it's time to give it a little cleaning and prepare to put the wire in. Right now putting some masking glue on there so the pads should be glued on properly. Alright, now that the mask is on there, just cure with some UV light to harden up the glue. Now that I cured it with the UV light, the glue is nice and hardened. Alright, now that the glue is nice and hardened, it's time to put a jumper wire through it. Put in some flux in there. Make sure that's fixed. And for the missing pad, in future, I'll have a camera or a microscope just so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. For right now, I am just making a connection to the missing pad. So right now, just shaping up the coil, and then after that, we'll just put some solder in there, make the connection stick after that. Once that connection is nice in place, it's time to add some flux and some solder in there. Stick that connector back in there. Alright, now that the wire is nice in place, time to add some solder onto the board. Make that connection stick. Now I'm just gonna grab the connector. Remove the rip pad from the connector and placing it on there. Alright, now I'm going to solder the connector on the standoff. He ripped the other side, so this have to do. It's not gonna. So now I'm just going to solder in that connection point, and after that solder in the remaining pins. It's not going to be a perfect job, but it's going to be enough where it's going to make the proper connection and have the fan spinning right after. Alright, now the connector is nice and placed. Time to reconnect everything and test the console right after. Moment of truth, right? Let's see.
Moment of truth.
Yeah, it works.
Success story.
But I'm pretty sure you're gonna have overheating issues. And he'll come back. He'll come back. There's no airflow. Yeah.
So what's the best way to
Well, if you grab one of these from the TikTok shop.